Hey everybody, welcome to Barber Dave's Barber Shop at Home, and we're very excited to announce that we are now being sponsored and a brand ambassador for Brand to Markets, the exclusive distributor of Sappada Ficcio Veracino and Cella Milano 1899 in the United States. And as a special gift to you, our viewers, we're going to be offering a 20% discount on all products excluding razors and brushes at both sites, with a $30 minimum order. Just use the code BARBERDAVE to receive that discount. We'll include those links at the end of this video. So thanks a lot. We appreciate you viewing. Check out Cella Milano and Sappada Ficcio Veracino and enjoy the discounts. Hey everybody, Barber Dave, Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. It's Sunday. Did you miss me? I know you did. We're going to go to the Mediterranean via España and maybe a quick stop in Germany. Watch this. We'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back. We're going to do a straight shave today, and we'll go into all that detail in just a little bit. But before we get started, don't forget, as always, www.theshavingcadre.com. Come and visit us. We'd certainly appreciate it. We feel that we're the finest gentlemanly forum on the interwebs. And then if you like what you see, I'd really appreciate it. It's good for the channel. Click on the barber pole with the cowboy hat. That'll get you subscribed. And then down here, you'll find a bell. Click on that bell. You'll be notified of all new videos. When we hit 1,000, there'll be a little thank button down here, and we'll go over that in detail. But please comment, please like, tell your friends, subscribe. We're so close to getting to 1,000, and we certainly appreciate all the viewership we have. And not to mention, today's shave is brought to you by. No, he didn't buy anything. Trust me, he didn't buy anything. Well, he did, but, well, we'll go into that. Anyhow, today's shave is brought to you by Nurse Dave's Shaving World. Now, I understand that this poker chip was from a casino in Monaco that James Bond purportedly used at one time. You can bet on it. Anyways, okay, let's get started. No, I guess I should wet my face first. And spill everything in the process. So, I said we're gonna travel around the Mediterranean today, because it's warming up and the cerulean blue waters of the Mediterranean are calling to us. So, can you guess the soap? It's one of my favorites by one of my favorite soap makers, who just so happens to be an artisan vendor on the TSC. And also, if there is any vendors looking at this video, which there probably is not, but if there is, why don't you join our artisan retailer program? We feel that we have the best deal of any forum on the interwebs as far as how you get to interact with our clientele. And we're not restrictive in that regard. And it's very, very inexpensive. Okay, our soap's done, but what are we doing today? Okay, for our stop in España, we're going to be using a Filharmonica JMP, Jose Montserrat Poo, made in Spain, a Philly 13. And for our brush, we used the Sorrentino glow-in-the-dark Barzini, but it had this beautiful, beautiful ocean-type look. And so we're going to go with that. And we'll go over all the other stuff later. So hope everybody's having a nice Sunday. It was weird not doing videos for a few days. But what's weird is I only went back to the shop for 3 days this week. But I'll tell you what, those 3 days kicked my butt. It was busy, but I guess, after being off on a trip, you kind of get your sea legs back. Okay, this has been stropped 30 on a balsa convex strop, and then 60 on leather. And this point could be argued because I have many from each place, but if I was to pick two razors that I could only shave with for the rest of my life, and which one would be the prime? That's tough. Because there is nothing like the keenness and the heritage and legacy of a CV Helgestrand. Any of the MK models, actually any of them. However, for overall face feel and just smoothness in the shave, I gotta give it to the Phillies. And we're obviously notwithstanding custom stuff. And it's sad that, unfortunately, in today's market, Philharmonica has been put out of reach for many people. And that's sad because the JMP versions, because there's three versions. The newest version you do not want. The second version was okay, but the JMP models are really the ones that you want. And you can't touch those for under $4 or $5 now, and it's crazy in any decent shape. Literally, this soap by Rod at oh, did I even say that yet? Oh my God, did I forget? I don't know if I forgot or not. The soap we're using is Sterling Mediterranean Man. I don't know if I said that or not. I know I said the razor. I know I said the brush, but maybe I didn't. So anyhow, that's what we're using. And this soap is literally what I call a journeying soap. This is a homage to a very nice Creed scent, but it literally transports you throughout the Mediterranean and the smells of the water and over the different islands and just wonderful stuff. I think I caught myself, but I don't see any crimson, so if you do get the opportunity to get a hold of a Philly, whether it be a Philly 12, which is 5/8, a Philly 13, which is 6/8, or a Philly 14, do so, because they're wonderful. I can already tell you that there's dolphins following our boat today because this shave is going to be just perfectly smooth. I also want to give a shout out to those folks that have either completed or in the process of the Straight Razor Learning Series. I do follow you guys, and seems like you guys are all well on your way to Straight Razor Nirvana. So I do appreciate that. I'm glad that those series of videos helped. Okay, last pass. I was mentioning earlier about the similarities and the comparisons between a Philly and a CV Helgestrand. The one thing that is consistent with both razors is that they are made of just unbelievable metal, steel. The Philly, again, as I said earlier, a little bit softer in the face feel because it's not as hardened of a blade. They hold their edges well, but in my opinion, they probably deserve more respect than most razors because they will bite. The geometries are such, and the metal is of such, and just the consistency of the blades. Are such that if you're not careful, they will reach out and say hello in a very brutal way. My two worst shaving injuries, other than with those god-awful DE shavettes, was with a CV Helgestrand MK32 known as the Queen, and my Philharmonica 14 when I first started using it. I wasn't used to it, so it can happen. I mean, if you're lucky enough to never have a injury of any type, that's kind of the reason why I did those shaving learning videos, is to kind of help you avoid that. But that being said, expect something to happen and just move on, because it sooner or later in your straight razor shaving career, you're going to get the big one, as they say. It happens. And if you don't, hey, good for you. Okay, a little bit of cleanup today. Not much, however. I can tell you, again, with the CV Helgestrand and the Philly, those require the least amount of cleanup I have seen. I think I go through the motions just because I enjoy it. That was a close one. I almost touched down right on my jawline without moving. That would have been ugly because, like I said, with these razors, a simple touchdown and you won't feel it. And the next thing you know, there would have been a line of blood from here to here. So, thank you, Shave Gods. I got lucky today. Okay, let's get cleaned up here. Oh yeah, perfect shave. I know I'm gonna have a little bit of alum bite. I can just tell. Yeah, right in here. I got a little heavy-handed, but other than that, not too bad. Less than I thought. I thought this was gonna light me up pretty good, but I was fortunate it didn't. Okay, well that's finishing off. I'm going to put on some witch hazel and we'll go over everything we used today. And the witch hazel today is, oh, let's decide here. Let's do Quinn's Cucumber Mint. Light, reminiscent of the Mediterranean. So I did tell you that we're going to take a side trip to Germany. We're going to do that in just a minute. So our trip started out from Spain, and that's right, a Philharmonica 13 JMP, just an absolute, and this is a Doble Temple, just an absolutely tremendous razor. Love using it. Our brush today was from our good friend Eric Sorrentino, and this is the glow-in-the-dark Barzini. I don't know, yes, I do have it with me. So I'll let you see this. I don't know how well it's going to come out, and yeah, it's not going to come out. But anyhow, there are those three stripes in there glow in the dark. Why? Well, I take that back. We do stunt shave sometimes. The soap today was from our good buddies Rod and Mandy at Sterling Soap, and that's Mediterranean Man. Okay, our trip to Germany today was for our aftershave. Nivea 2-in-1. Now, sadly, through all the gravitational forces and shakiness, my Aquanaut has lost a leg. So he is on his last legs. Boy, was that a good one, wasn't it? For this stuff, just a little dab will do you. And there is a magic in this bottle. Those two elixirs mix, and it is just a stupendous aftershave. And then I think I did a video, Nurse Dave did too, where we just watch it separate, and that's very much a Zen-like. I don't think there's any menthol in this, but it does give you a cooling effect. Now, the nice thing about this is you have the wondrous feeling of a regular alcohol splash, but you also have the emollients in here that make it feel like a balm. So it makes your face feel really good. As far as I know, you can only get this in Germany, and you have to order it, and I better do that soon because I think it's on a very slow boat, so to speak. So let's jump back to the Mediterranean, shall we? And we're going to be using today, Yardley Gentleman. So I guess we're taking a quick trip to Britain, maybe. In this case, I think Yardley's made in India. But this is perfect for this stuff. Okay, and finally today, this stuff is so wonderful. Again, from Rod and Mandy at Sterling, Mediterranean Man, and it is probably, I don't believe they make it anymore, or it's seasonal. And I bought the last 2 bottles that they had at the time, and I don't think they make an aftershave for this, but if they do, I'll get it. And that's it. Okay, folks. Well, thank you so much for joining us here at Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. Appreciate all the comments. I try to get back to them as soon as I can. I've got a couple more shaves on deck for you for the rest of the week. the rest of the weekend for me. So anyhow, I'm Barber Dave. This has been Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. Come visit us here at the Cadre, www.shavingcadre.com. And please, please, please visit all the channels that I've listed in the description section. We'd certainly appreciate your support for them. And we really support your support for the Shaving Cadre and for Barber Dave's Barbershop at Home. I hope everybody has an absolutely wonderful Sunday. And we'll talk to you soon. Take care.